What legal considerations should organizations consider to mitigate risk due to conflict?
Yeah. So when I was, thinking through this question, I spoke with two of my neutrals who exclusively do employment mediation. And just so folks that are listening understand, 99% of what we do is after litigation has already been initiated. So my neutrals are working with sides that are represented. And any business owner or really insurer will tell you if you get to that point, mistakes have been made. I think all of them would benefit from hearing what you guys have had to say to date. Michael Russell, out of my Nashville office, he said that he thinks that 90% of litigation would evaporate if companies invested in hiring someone who was experienced and well trained in HR. He said that too often you promote from within and someone becomes HR director, but they don't have any training in conflict resolution. They don't have any knowledge of policies, procedures, the law when it comes to discrimination, harassment. So putting that person in place is the first step. And then Steve Dunn, who works out of our Charlotte office, he added that you have to have anti-discrimination and harassment policies that are clear, and this is very important, have been vetted. Take the time, spend the money, have a lawyer who does employment law, who's litigated these cases, look over what you're going to put out there. Then once they're put out there, they need to be communicated in a way so that everyone in the organization is aware that this is something that with the HR director, with the policies and procedures that the company is committed to, and everyone's going to be held to this standard. And then once that's done, you got to have periodic training. The law changes, circumstance changes. In my organization, as you go into new markets, you can't just assume that everyone has gone onto the website, and everyone's got to be on the same page with that. And then the last piece of this is an investigation. Steve Dunn actually said that a lot of the cases that he mediates arises from conflict, an interpersonal dispute, and someone either ends up getting fired or they quit, and then they go and talk to a lawyer, and to their surprise, they find out that their boss being a jerk is not actionable. But then as they talk further, all of a sudden it goes, well, there was a discrimination aspect to this. There was I can recall years ago when I was still practicing law, a company came, they'd been doing, for 25 years, they had done business in Europe. And they came over and they were seeking my firm's advice just to incorporate some things. And I just happened to ask, well, do you have liability insurance? And the gentleman said, well, what's that? And I said, well, that if you get sued, he goes, oh, that's not going to be a problem because we never got sued in Europe. And I said, well, this is America. And in all seriousness, we have in this country the most sophisticated, I think, talented plaintiffs bar in the world. These men and women are good at what they do, and they are expert at creating causes of action and getting those causes of action in front of juries. And as I said to begin my remarks, if you find yourself in a mediation and you've been sued, you're spending the whole day thinking, why didn't I invest in an HR director? Why didn't I have these policies, procedures, these trainings, an investigation? So I don't know if that's helpful, but those would be some points I would raise.